All right. Hi. Hello, everybody. This is for Capricorn 7 till 13 November. I hope that you're doing amazing. Welcome to my channel. I'm Adrian Nelson of AHNGreatLife.com. I'm a psychic medium, regression hypnosis practitioner, energy healer, basically overall, Reiki master, crystal healer. All of that information is down below in the description. If you look down below, there's a link to my website and it gives you all that information of everything that I do. So this is a general reading for you. Please take it as it resonates. Just before I go ahead and do the reading, I would just like to mention a couple of people have been asking me recently, so I thought I'll just share it with you on the platform. Having concerns about how they're doing with themselves at the moment. Maybe they've taken, sort of like, medical agents or things like that into their body, and now they're very concerned about that. The thing that I want to let you know, and the thing that I want to remind you of, is that your mind is more powerful than anything. Our mind is more powerful than we actually give it credit for. And when you can build that beautiful relationship with your mind and you can unlock that potential within your mind, you can reprogram yourself, you can reprogram your DNA. You don't have to be sort of like, at the wits sort of like of anything or anyone, but it does require building that, relationship with your mind. And, that is really what regression hypnosis does. Or you can also join my 8-week mind unlocking course. All that information is down below in the description. Let's get started with your reading. So I'm going to use the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid for your general messages before we're going to dig a little bit deeper. If you would like to help my channel to grow, I would really appreciate it if you would like the video. Also remember to hit that subscription button. I think it's in that corner. I may be wrong. I'm speaking under a lot of correction at the moment. And hit that notification bell so you get your weekly readings. First card went to the floor, so I'm going to have to go and get that one. Give me a moment, please. All right. So it went in reverse. Now, with this deck of cards, the creator of the deck specifies that, cards are only read in the upright position. But for me, especially if it's a jumper, meaning that you flew out of the deck and it went in reverse, I'm going to give it to the way that I get it. And also something that sort of like, kind of what Spirit gave me while I went to go get that card for you is that it's almost like there's a lot of good things in reverse, Capricorn, at the moment for you. So either things may seem very upside down, oh my goodness, or you're experiencing things in a way that you didn't expect. There's another card that went to the floor. I'm going to use a book to get it. Come to me. All right. My Reiki manual that I'm throwing over there. 6 of water, 6 of cups in the upright position. Now, we're not going to have any more cards flying, okay? We're not going to do this. We already know that it's a powerful message. Get that. All right, let's see. Spirit guides and guardian angels. What else is it that Capricorn needs to know? What else is it that Capricorn needs to know? What else is it that's going to benefit them? What else does Capricorn needs to know? There's a situation turning around here for you, Capricorn. Things that may have seemed quite, like a lost course. Something is turning around here for you, and it's very, very positive, which is really, really great. Okay. Almost went flying again. All right, so we've got the Queen of Fire, which was in reverse, and then we have the 6 of Water, which is the 6 of Cups. Then we've got the King of Air, which is the King of Swords, and we've got the Call card, which is the Judgment card in traditional tarot, or like the Rider-Waite tarot. So when I look at this, Capricorn, we already spoke about a turnaround situation happening over here. Something that may have seemed, as you said, a very lost cause. No point in that. Some of you, it's almost like you gave up on your passion, you gave up on your fire, you gave up hope. You're like, well, that is never really going to happen. I feel that for many of you, this could refer to romance, but or just a dream that you had, maybe a dream that's never going to come true. Maybe you applied for a job or something like that, and it seemed like it was never going to happen. Maybe you never heard back from them. For many of you, it almost felt like you were giving and giving and giving, but it's almost like you didn't receive back. There wasn't sort of like that equal sort of like reciprocal sort of energy coming back to you. But that is turning around. I feel that there might have been a sense of miscommunication here for some of you, where you may have perceived something to be a certain way, but a lot of times when we perceive certain things, we perceive them from our point of understanding, whereas maybe, things could have been a little bit different over there and you may not have been aware of that. So it's almost like, I feel it's almost like you're getting like a second take on something where you realize that, maybe maybe that was a little misconstrued. Maybe I didn't fully understand it, For some of you, you could have also come from, maybe there were some emotions that you were feeling, some heavy emotions that you were feeling. So you could have maybe gone a little bit into that self-preservation, defensive sort of mode. And when we do that sometimes, we don't really have the most sort of objective sort of judgment anymore, But I feel that you're getting real clarity about a situation. And it's interesting, it almost feels like you had a very clear set idea about this is how it is and that is what's going on, this is what's going down, and realizing that, well, maybe you had the wrong end of the stick. I see a solution coming about here. I see a second chance coming about here. I see really a beautiful sense of let's give this another try, but from a very, very positive and from a very healthy point of view. Okay. So that was from the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And then for your tarot, your recent past, your current energy, and what's prospectively heading your way, we're going to use the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. I love this deck of cards. And I also love Chris Ann. She launched a new deck of cards yesterday, which I am super excited to get my hands on. I just hope it's available in South Africa soon, because it's just awesome. I looked at it, I was like, I so want that, All right, so Spirit Guides and Guardian Angels, what is it that Capricorn needs to know? So in your recent past, you've got a Strength card, that Leo energy, that clarity of mind, and then you've also had the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you thought that a situation was at an end, it was at a loss, and you're never going to be able to get it back again. Also, there's links for the different cards decks that I use in the description. And then you also have the Three of Swords there in the recent past. Let's see what we've got for your current space. Current energy for Capricorn, please. What is it that they need to know? 4 cards came out, giving you all 4. And then also just what is it that is heading towards Capricorn? What is it that Capricorn can look forward to? What is it that's heading your way? What is it they can look forward to? What is it that will benefit them? Spirit Guides and Guardian Angels, if we can please get some clear messages and some clear guidance for Capricorn, please. Okay. Aha. Aha. Okay, so you had the Strength card, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in your recent past. We're going to stay with that first. Okay, so it's almost like, I would almost say like there was a necessary sort of hurt, a necessary sort of pain that sort of like took place there in the recent past. Sometimes, especially when we really care about people, and it's a really sort of like close-knit emotional sort of situation, sometimes we don't always see things for what they actually are. We look at it very sort of preferentially. And I feel that for some of you, it's almost like you needed to get a bit of a wake-up call there in the recent past. Because whilst I feel that you had a good vision and a good goal and, even good prospects and your good intentions and all those type of things, some of you came into a situation with some unhealed wounds, and you may have expected another person or another situation or something like that to almost just accept you the way that you are, which when we sometimes really think about it, you know, it's a little bit of an unfair thing to put on other people because, you know, sometimes we come with our own heaviness into a situation and then we expect other people to just be okay with that. But, you know, we all have our own sort of healing journey and things that we are walking. And to sometimes expect some people or others to sort of like, you know, almost like push their things a little bit aside in favor of yours. It's, you know, it causes conflict because it's almost like saying, well, put me first and put yourself second. And we don't always, I mean, it's not exactly like you go out and you sort of like say that to the person openly in their face, but you know, sometimes we have that within us. And I feel that for some of you, you had that within you, and so there might have been a lot of challenges there in the past, but there's a lot of healing that took place there as well. And so there might have been a lot of challenges, but they were necessary challenges. Okay. To sort of head forward with this good intention that you initially had in the first place. All right. So I would say that the intentions that you had weren't bad. It's just that there was still, you know, there was some stuff that needed to be figured out and sorted out. Energy that we got for you in your current space, we've got the Hierophant. Okay, the same as do it from this way around. So we've got the Two of Cups, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, and then you also have the Ace of Wands and the Hierophant. All right, or the Hierophant as some people call it. So this is wonderful because this is about a situation that comes together. Everything is not lost. In fact, all is not lost in the slightest. So a lot of you may have felt that everything is lost, nothing is going to work, end of the road, this is it. This is it. But it wasn't it. Okay. So I would say that it was a necessary delay that may have felt like, you know, that it was the end of everything, but in actual fact it wasn't. Okay. Very good news, by the way. And Spirit came through, your source came through here for you with the Ace of Wands. And for some of you, you really needed to open your heart. For some of you, your heart was very, very guarded. And because your heart was guarded, you know, when our heart is guarded, what we normally do as human beings, we either keep certain things to ourselves because we feel if we bring that about, then people might see us in a different sort of negative light. Or alternatively, we overshare. You know, we give too much, and we, you know, it's and this is something that I feel that many of you have done. It's almost like you want to give everything, and all of your situation, and all your feelings, and all your everything, and sort of dropping all of that on somebody like a ton of bricks, to almost like put them through a test to see if they will accept you at your ultimate worst and that sort of thing. And it might have. I feel that for some of you that are dealing with someone, you know, it might have just been a little bit much for them, you know, because it could have been sharing, but, you know, when we share and we sort of share almost with like, almost like to test someone, you know, it's almost a sense of, it's almost like let me see if you will be, if you're going to stand on my side. Let me see if you know, if you are that strong person. It's almost like a very unfair sort of test to do someone. You know, it's like it's almost like expecting somebody to ace a test that they haven't had time to sufficiently prepare for, that sort of thing, or you know, even be sure if this is what they want to go about and do. But what is heading your way? You've got the High Priestess there, and it's followed by the King of Wands, which I actually didn't see underneath there. And the High Priestess is sort of like that oracle that always speaks the truth. And the wonderful thing is that things are heading forward very, very positively and very, very beautifully. So there has been some separation there in the recent past. There has been some really heavy energy there in the recent past. Things started to come together for you where you are at the moment. I feel that for some of you, your heart is opening, but you're still a little bit, you know, sort of like in two camps about that. But going forward, I see a real beautiful flow, a real harmonious, beautiful flow that is coming about for you. Okay. So for those of you that are maybe concerned about opening your heart, and what if I open my heart and then, you know, I'm not respected, and you know, it's even worse than I imagined, I actually think things heading in a very positive direction for you. Okay, we're going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite to clarify for you that recent past. So clarifying that that 8 energy there, that strength energy there, that 8 of Pentacles, that 3 of Swords. So 8, a lot of stability, and 3 also speaks about the inner strength of who you are. So you have got, what is that? 7 of Wands, the Hermit, and the 10 of Cups. So some of you, it's almost like you were in that go, go, go sort of space when it was actually more of a space of almost like allowing things to happen, you know. So some of you may have gotten a little bit ahead of yourself and a little bit ahead of the situation and sort of made assumptions there. But I feel for many of you, you made those assumptions from a point of fear. And from a point of like, oh, well, I'm going to shock them so they can see how bad I am. If they see how bad I am, they're going to run away. And that is going to mean that, you know, that I'm too bad to be accepted. End of story. So some of you made a story up in your mind and, you know, chose to sort of believe that, but it came from fear. And it's not necessarily the truth. So I feel that there was some healing that some of you needed to take. There's some time that you took out, and there's some alignment that you needed to do. You know, and it's almost like, and this is sometimes where conflict can actually serve a very valuable purpose. Where it's the conflict itself that brings you to the realization and the clarity. But I actually do want that, and I'm prepared to put in the work, and I'm prepared to do what it requires. Okay, so some of you may have sort of taken that almost like easy route out, so to speak, if you want to call it like that. But then you sort of reassessed and realized what it is that you actually do want to have. And I feel that you've put in the work, which is fantastic. And I congratulate you on that. Okay? Because it wasn't easy. Looking at your current space, clarifiers there, we've got the 4 of Swords. So just to remember, we are clarifying the 2 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Hierophant. That new space of like, do I take a chance on this or not? So you've got the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. And just one more energy, please. Okay, who are you? 7 of Swords. How amazing. And look at what's at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Cups. Hope. That's, you can hope, all right? You don't have to be so afraid to sort of, well, I hope that works out. You can start having that good sort of thinking. So 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. You've grown in strength. You've come very far. You're not the same person that you were 3 months ago. You know, you've really grown. And I feel that for many of you, you're starting this new path. There is a choice to sort of do things the way that you did them before, or to sort of really go for, sort of like go for gold, go for diamonds. And I feel that for many of you, you're going for gold, you're going for diamonds. You're willing to put in the work, and you are putting in the work, and you know, you're a changed person. You're going forth, and you're doing really, really great. Okay? Now let's see prospectively what is the outcome there for you. So we're clarifying that High Priestess and the King of Wands. And there's a real, remember we had there, I just want to show this to you. So remember we started off with the strength energy, that inner healing. For some of you may have started off feeling very lost not too long ago. And then this is basically the last card that you have there with the King of Wands. So you are taking that power back within yourself. Some of you may have been a little bit in a space there of, you know, sort of like maybe defending your patterns, that sort of thing. But I feel that you came out of that really strongly, really moving forward, really prosperously. Let's see what we have. So we've got the 8 of Wands in reverse, we've got the Empress in reverse. Don't be too impatient, okay? Going forward, so be careful of slipping back into the pattern that you healed from. Be careful of slipping back into that old fear, because sometimes fear is a way of coming back, and it might seem almost easy to slip back into it, and somebody does something like, you see. Be careful of that, okay? Remember, as it takes you time to change, it also takes other people time to change. And something very important for you to understand here, Capricorn, is that somebody else, other people have got a right to have their own point of view. They've got a right to disagree with you. And just because they don't agree with you doesn't necessarily equate fighting with you. Okay? I feel that coming through very strongly for you. And the 8 of Pentacles, so keep on going, keep on working. So 8 of Wands in reverse, Empress in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles. Keep on putting in the work, all right? Don't give up hope. It's almost like it almost seems easier to rather just give up on a situation as opposed to go forward, as opposed to put in the work. Don't give up hope, all right? Let's see what you've got in Monology. So, I mean, for many of you, this could be a space where you could be feeling very tired because when we make these big leapfrog changes, emotionally it takes a lot from you. And, something that a lot of people often don't tell you is that even when you go forward and you make very positive change, that in itself can be very overwhelming. So if you have been investing in your own growth a lot, maybe it's time to take a little bit of a break, to take a little bit of a mental break, a little bit of a time out, because otherwise you can also, it's easy to start appearing almost like you're very over the top. All right. Sometimes it takes other people a while to also get used to the idea that we have changed, that we are different. You know what I'm saying? All right, what do we have in Numerology for Capricorn, please? But just be careful of those old patterns, sort of like creeping back. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Capricorn, what is the message for Capricorn? What is the Capricorn needs to know? What is the guidance for them? What is going to benefit for them? What is it that they need to know? For my beautiful Capricorns. Balsamic Moon. A time for healing. Okay? A time to be kind to yourself. And, it's all about the inner peace within yourself. If you want to have a goal, work at maintaining that inner peace within yourself. Because when you have the inner peace within yourself, that is when you activate that magical magnet within yourself, then you draw magical things to you. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Capricorn. I hope that helps. If it resonates, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in all my other services that I do or booking a personal reading, you can visit my link down below in the website or for the website. There is a bookings option over there. You can email me directly. But also, even if you don't want to book anything, what I would also invite you to do is to visit the website, to have a look at it, to have a read through it, because I put it together with the intention to inspire you and to motivate you. So if you do need a little bit of lift me upper, then do have a look. Until next time, next week, see you. Namaste, love and light.